ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः समस्त गुरूणां देवतानां अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं समस्त सनातन धर्म भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक स्थापकानां विघ्नशत्रु निर्मूलन द्वारा शक्ति संपदा साधन प्राप्ति द्वारा निर्विघ्न विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता आध्यात्मिकता वाप्त्यर्थं श्री तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः पारायणम् आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ पारायणम्। Let us do from Saya Eshontara Hridaya Akashah in our today's Parayanam up to Omiti Brahma. Om Saya Eshontara Hridaya Akashah Tasminnayam Purusho Manomayah Amruto Hiranmayah Antarena Taluke Ya Eshastana Ivavalambate सेन्द्रयोनिः यत्रासौ केशान्तो विवर्तते व्यपोह्य शीर्षकपाले भूरित्यग्नौ प्रतितिष्ठति भुव इति वायौ सुवरित्यादित्ये मह इति ब्रह्मणि आप्नोति स्वराज्यम् आप्नोति मनसस्पतिं वाक्पतिश्चक्षुष्पतिः श्रोत्रपतिर्विज्ञानपतिः एतत्ततो भवति आकाशशरीरं ब्रह्म सत्यात्मप्राणारामं मन आनन्दं शान्तिसमृद्धममृतम् इति प्राचीनयोग्योपास्व पृथिव्यन्तरिक्षं द्यौर्दिशो वान्तरदिशाः अग्निर्वायुरादित्यश्चन्द्रमा नक्षत्राणि आप ओषधयो वनस्पतय आकाश आत्मा इत्यधिभूतम् अथाध्यात्मम् प्राणो व्यानोपान उदानः समानः चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाक्त्वक चर्ममागस्सग्गस्नावास्थिमज्जा एतदधिविधाय ऋषिरवोचत पाङ्क्तं वा इदगं सर्वं पाङ्क्तेनैव पाङ्क्तग्गस्पृणोतीति ओमिति ब्रह्म ओमितीदगं सर्वम् ओमित्येतदनुकृतिः स्म वा अप्योश्रावयेत्याश्रावयन्ते ओमिति सामानि गायन्ते ओगं शोमिति शस्त्राणि शगुंसन्ते ओमित्यध्वर्यो प्रतिगरं प्रतिगृणाति ओमिति ब्रह्मा प्रसौति ओमित्यग्निहोत्रमनुजानाति ओमिति ब्राह्मण प्रवक्ष्यन्नाह ब्रह्मोपाप्नवानीति ब्रह्मैवोपाप्नोति। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्माज्जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचनाम्हे व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली। ॐ शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेद तद्वक्तारमावेद आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ प्रथमोऽनुवागः। ॐ ब्रह्मविदाप्नोति परं तदेशाभ्युक्ता सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म यो वेदनिहितं गुहायां परमे व्योमन् सोऽश्नुते सर्वान् कामान् सह ब्रह्मणा विपश्चिते ते तस्माद्वा एतस्मादात्मन आकाश सम्भूतः आकाशाद्वायुः वायोरग्निः अग्नेरावः अद्भ्यः पृथिवी पृथिव्या ओषधयः ओषधीभ्योऽन्नम् अन्नात् पुरुषः स वा एष पुरुषोऽन्नरसमयः तस्येदमेव शिरः अयं दक्षिणपक्षः अयमुत्तरपक्षः अयमात्मा इदं पुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। Saluting Bhagavan Vedavyasa, our Vaishampayana Rishi, also Yagnavalkya Rishi, and our Bhashyakara Adi Shankara. Salutations to all the Rishi, Devata, Guru, Muni Parampara, starting from Parabrahma, who have brought this Shastra to us. Salutations to the Shruti Mata, to Parabrahma Tattva. And our pranams to our Ishtadeva, who is always with us, protecting us and guiding us. Welcome you all. Today, all our 6 classes have something, everything special. Very rarely that happens. First, in our Taittiriya Upanishad class, we are going to see one of the most important topic as to when we thoroughly understand it, we will be informed intellectually why therefore we have to pursue only the Brahma Vidya. Because the Phala Shruti of Brahma Vidya we are going to listen. It's a very profound, very deep. In fact, this subject should be taught first. When this is taught or learned first, we will be inspired only to follow the path of knowing the self or Brahman. All else becomes secondary. That great topic for our entire life we are going to study today. Second, in Yoga Darshanam also, after the 11 sutras talking to us about Yoga, Chitta, Chittavritti Nirodha and all that 5 types of vritti, actual sadhana part is starting from today. Yesterday we chanted the sutra. Today we are going to study exhaustively the Vyasa Bhashyam. So that's how the Yoga Darshana also is a very important topic. In our Telugu Vaishnu Sahasranama, today the Falashruti will be over. Then the Bhagavan's glory again is told in some 10 shlokas. In Gita also, which we are studying for the youth from more than 115 days, 4th chapter will be over. You know, even youngsters, some of them are listening. Evening Bhagavatam, we are going to conclude our 11th skandha. And again in Adhyatma Ramayanam, we are going to see how greatly our Agastya Rishiji keeping Lord in front to all his Shishyas and to all of us. He is telling both the Srushti Vichara and then how Parabrahma Paramatma is the causeless cause of the Srushti. This is highly intellectual but most important discussion or knowledge we are going to have in our the last sixth class. So that way, very rare combination that all the topics are very profound, beautiful. That way, every topic of every of the Shastra at that moment may not appear to be important, but it has the power and importance of preparing us or connecting to the earlier and the next topics. That way, no topic is that way less important, but somehow these type of combinations are very rare. So, having said so, now let us come to our Upanishad Adhyayanam. Even before we start Upanishads Adhyayanam, remember that all this Adhyayanam and understanding, inspiration to do sadhana and doing sadhana till the goal is reached, all that depends on our own antakarana. Unless we master our antakarana, in that the purification is achieved, in that the subtlety is achieved, in that the ekagrata is achieved. Without that, our listening itself will not be complete or perfect. Dekho, first thing is listening. If the listening itself is not complete, how can the remaining or the next sadhanas of amananam, chintanam, dhyanam, ityadi can happen? So, inevitably, if we really want to get benefit of spiritual sadhana, we have to continuously protect our antakarana. So, then we are busy in the world also. So, how to negotiate and balance? We have to learn it, we have to practice it, we have to master it. How do we do? First of all, increase importance for spiritual sadhana. If that is not there, then the world alone will be important. Then we can never do anything further. Second, once the importance to the spirituality is increased, do the Vyavahara in such a way that Vyavahara should, if required or possible, help the sadhana, not disturb. That way we have to conduct Vyavahara. In that conducting Vyavahara, that way we have to be very sensibly sensitive as to observe every thought we are having, action we are doing, word we are speaking, responses we are giving to the world. Always they have to be thought in such a manner that they should only give peace, give quietness, not disturb the antakarana. So too, none of the vyavahara should have any extra importance or dent created in the mind. That we have to do while being vyavahara. And that also only that much vyavahara which is essential. So if this way, if we don't protect our antakarana, then lavishly we misuse it and allow every impression to get imprinted on that. Every wrong habit of giving value to the unwanted things and beings is maintained. That most precious instrument called antakarana, which is required for spiritual sadhana, we ourselves are the cause for spoiling it, making it unfit for the spiritual unfoldment. Therefore, neither we should take any initiative of going to the world because we are spiritual sadhakas, nor any invitations also we should value more. If at all very urgent it is, we involve. While involving also, our goal is protecting the antakarana because that is required for sadhana. नहीं तो क्या होगा our spiritual life will be only what do you say mechanical. It's only superficial. We ourselves not only will not have a joy of doing it, when there is no joy of doing, there is no perfection in doing, how can there be the result? So, after a few years of our listening to Shastra, in the maturity of our own intellect, we have to understand it. Is it also happening in us? We have to see. This way of living life wherein we are living in minimum, protecting our antakarana and making it available only for sadhana. This is in technicality called as viveka, vairagya and samadhi. This itself is called viveka. This is called vairagya. This is called samadhi. Whatever is called technically, with all definitions, is what is this, and what is wrong in that explanation, what is illogical. Everything is perfect. No, instrument is only one, it is very sensitive. By nature only it is disturbed. So much of enforcement of asanas are there on that. And also when we are knowingly unknowingly allowing it to get disturbed from the world, then how can any word of the Upanishad or Shastra be clearly heard by us? अरे वर्ड ही नहीं सुनाई दी तो उसका समझ कब आएगा? फिर उसके प्रति हमारा विचारणा या कब चलेगा? When will we deeply understand it? Is it not? Knowing all this only our gurus, they made an ashram, they made a compound wall. Then when the disciples come, they are inside, they are not allowed outside, other than getting some dry woods for the yajna. Whole time they are tuned through the ashrama work or the upasanas, etc., to be always calm and quiet. Then for those few years, till they thoroughly understand Shastra, they are not exposed to anything not allowed. So these are all taken because they are required. Is it only for the spiritual knowledge? Not so, no. If a boy or student wants to be a perfect doctor, is it not all these things required for him also while pursuing that medical vidya? And those who are following all these rules, they are excelling in theoretical knowledge about medicine. They will excel in the experiments and practices. Then they excel when they get the chance to perform as doctors. Then slowly they become the famous doctors, that whose treatment is unfailing. So to every field, here also, in spirituality more so, because the subject is very, very delicate, very subtle, very deep it is. The तत्व ज्ञान वो आता ही नहीं और रुकता ही नहीं, वो चला जाता रहता है. We are the best example for it. One after the other Upanishad we are studying. But how much of the tattva deeply got understood by us inside? How much of it is remembered? How much we are inspired by it to do only sadhana? We are as good or as bad as what we were only after or before we started studying. So that's the difficulty. So these experiments should make us aware. ओहो इसको पढ़ना है समझना है तो और अलग तरह का तैयारी चाहिए. नहीं है तो फिर then we will be going back to worldliness only with a pseudo satisfaction that we heard some Upanishads without any change in us. But if we really sincere and serious, now onwards our attempts will be with more planned efforts, wherein we give importance to our own antakarana and its protection. Because that's the only instrument with which we can deeply understand what Shruti Mata or Bhashyakara or the Rishis are telling us. तभी जाकर उसका महिमा हमको पता चलेगा. जब तक what is said in the Upanishads is thoroughly understood, तब तक उसकी महिमा नहीं पता चलेगा. नहीं चलेगा तो we are not inspired to do sadhana. And while doing sadhana, we have to give up so many things. We will not be ready to give up. But when we apply ourselves, understand the Shastra thoroughly, the Mahima of the Shastra is known, then, or the theme of the Shastra is known, then in the pursuit of that theme, every sacrifice is worthy, every sacrifice is a joyful thing. अपने आप ही होने लगता है. You will sacrifice nidra, we will sacrifice all those vishayas which are consuming our time, distracting us. Because it's understood, they are all abstractions. My goal is something, these are all taking me away. Automatically, effortlessly हो ही आता है फिर अंदर से. अगर आज के दिन सारे साधनाएं हमको instead of happening easily, if they are appearing to be very tough and difficult, in that sadhana, even one thing to give up also, if you are struggling, it means the Shastra Jnana and its Mahima has not entered us. If it enters us, no effort is difficult. No giving up is difficult. So that's how, at least for next 1-2 years. So as Lodi hai, सो अगली लोहड़ी तक हम शास्त्रों को और गंभीरता से पढ़े कि द थीम ऑफ शास्त्र कॉल्ड एज ब्रह्मन, हाउ एंड वाई इट इज सो ग्रेट व्हेन वी अचीव इट, so that we are inspired. Then from next loading further, no other job. All the doors closed, windows opened for Hava. Inside we are always in our study, contemplation, contemplation, meditation, contemplation, meditation. Meditation to get the glimpses, meditation to get the glimpses. When the glimpses come, we try to establish in it. We try to establish it. When we establish in it, then all doubts gone. All ignorance is gone, all confusions gone, all delusions gone. This is like, Hareva, from such a long time I was thinking it is a snake and was jumping or afraid. There's no snake only, it's only wrong. How will is that experience? The contrast experience of when the snake is taken and real and we were afraid. And when we know it's not a snake and rope. If you can feel that difference in the experience, of seeing the snake as real and knowing that there is no snake but only the rope. Same will be the experience of Paramatma when it is experienced in the light of which the world is understood to be only empirical, only mithya, only vyavahar. Thereafter, then there remains no issue in the world. अगर इश्यू ही नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम किधर है, तो फिर क्राइसिस किधर है, देन द फ्रस्ट्रेशन कहाँ होगा, फिर स्ट्रगल किधर होगा. All this is samsara. That is wiped off. The calling sapwala, sapera, or doing something to kill the snake, or see to it that it goes away or capture it. All these thoughts and struggles, worries, efforts, where are they when we know there is no snake, rope alone is real? But before the rope is discovered, before the Brahman is discovered, world is real. I am real. The things of the world are real. I have to pursue them. I have to achieve them. Further, do this, do that. Just like dream. What a struggle we go through in the dream also. कभी कभी समुद्र में भी हम तैरते हैं, पहाड़ों को चढ़ते हैं, आकाश में उड़ते हैं, to do something, to achieve something. Very serious we are very sincere we are there. We really succeed also sometimes. Sometimes big obstacles come, we fail. कितना क्या क्या हंगामा होता है इस सपने में. Is it not? At the moment you get up, see the contrast. The whole Swapna Jagat is mithya. In that Swapna Jagat, the Vastu Vyakti Vishesha is mithya. In fact, the Swapna Purusha himself also is not real. He is superimposed on the Jagrat Purusha. And every of the pursuits, struggles, emotions, all of them are just projected only on one thing called as mind. Is it not? Sapne mein. Then wake up, all wiped off. Same is the state of being one with the self. How glorious it is, how great it is. That's how that Brahmagnani is smile. And our smile, see the farak in it. Our smile is such a plastic air hostess wala. Outside we smile, but in the heart, so many unfulfilled desires, so many of the ambitions unfulfilled, so many of the egos. All that kachra andar rakhe, we smile outside pathetically for a photo. But when a Brahmagnani smiles, his smile is different. I got it. कहना गल पा लिया है, पागल हो गया है. He has understood it. His smile is born out of the experience, wisdom. That would be our life. We will laugh it off, that's it. There is nothing to be miserable in this world. It's only a cartoon for us, for entertaining us. That's it. Anything that happens in the world. At the macro level, even the Srushti Sthiti Laya also is understood to be only imagination. In the macro level only when it is understood. Like that. What about the micro? Do we value at all the micro? The births, the deaths, the bereavements, the old ages, the diseases. किधर है ये सब? I am Brahman. In Brahman, they are all not there. Brahman is not a gross object or anything that it has to go through all these modifications. But then whereof all these are happening in the ignorance of Brahman, the upadhis are created. In the upadhis, another upadhi called as the time showing its effect of birth, growth, disease, decay, death. All of them are happening without happening. Giving consequence result if you say it is happening. Like with the mud, you made a pot. So without becoming the pot, the mud remained same, but pot appeared. But the appearance of pot has its own utility value of storing water, etc. You understood? Does it mean because the pot is used for water that it is real? What is real? So just because Vyavahara, all these are happening, does it mean the world is real? No. That state of experience comes to us. Again and again, when we think in these lines, the spashtata starts coming to us, the clarity. What we need is clarity, clear understanding, clear vision, unambiguous. Vedanta means clear understanding of what is not what. The truth alone is real, everything else is only a play. And as the goldsmith knows the gold is real and is also observing the process of gold getting molded into the ornament, and also even when the ornament is made, he never forgets the gold. So too the Brahmagnani knows his Brahma Sarupa and he knows that how the world is projected and it is having its own play without having any reality value. Maybe Vyavaharika value, but I am not interested in Vyavahara. Vyavahara is valuable for those who have something to gain or lose. And for those there is something to gain or lose is there, those who have not discovered the infinite Brahma. है कि नहीं? व्यवहार पारमार्थिक किसको होगा? जिसने परमार्थ को नहीं जाना. जिसने परमार्थ को जाना, व्यवहार तो पारमार्थिक बनेगा क्या? नहीं. When it is पारमार्थिक, how will it be an issue? Something is issue if it is a real. Like in the movies, whatever you see, you know all that is unreal. Therefore, you don't make an issue of movie. You just watch it and leave it. Do you take it serious and file a case in the court for all the things that are done in the movie? That how come those locations, how come these dialogues, how come that this? अरे कोई value नहीं उसका. When it is only unreal, no. Why do we make an issue? Just to watch it. So too, for a Brahmagnani, every Vyavahara is not an issue because it is not Paramarthik. Therefore, he never suffers for any happening. To the extent that even if he is, killed, he says, whom are you killing? You are killing body. Even if you don't kill, it will anyway die. That is what Bhagavan said to Arjuna. You are not killing them. Self is neither killer nor killed. You are only doing the work of establishing dharma. Even if you don't kill them, I will kill them. I can do it my own sankalpa. Even if I don't do, they themselves will die because that is the world. शरीर तो कभी शाश्वत होता ही नहीं. काय का इश्यू बना रहे तुम? See, it's all very great things, Gita the knowledges. So, in that way, let us prepare ourselves in our antakarana, use that in the study of Shastra, through that understand the theme Brahman, then get inspired by it, do the sadhana to reach out that. Let this single track be our track of life here onwards, nothing else. Anything else? बाद में देखेंगे. First, let me discover the truth. Then, let us see. Not the other way around. First, let me be busy in Vyavahara and finish the things. Then, let us pursue spirituality. This is the biggest way by which the mind cheats us, deludes us. If we can conquer this and reverse it, if first truth, then let us talk about Vyavahara. Like, but sadhana, later on samsara. First japa dhyanam, then the importance to sleep. First my class, then do breakfast, lunch. In that way, we can reverse our value importance given we are matured. If it's how to get it done by our own effort, by our own application of our intellect on ourselves, in which we observe what we are doing, what we have to do. which we are giving importance, which is to be given importance. In this way, when I question myself, then from within the answers come about both. What wrong I am doing, which I have to avoid, what I am right I am not doing, which I have to do. As long as we don't question ourselves, we never become spiritual. As long as we don't stop questioning the world, we cannot avoid being a samsari. Hmm. Okay, now yesterday we gave the beginning introduction. Today we will see what is the topic. Um, Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Aranyaka, Taittiriya Upanishad, second Brahmananda Valli. In that, the third line we are seeing. The first line was Sutra Vakya. Second line was an explanation of it. Third one is when that Sutra Bhuta Atma or Brahma is reached, what is the follow? What is the prayojana? How great is that prayojana? Is it worthy? This is more important topic than anything else. Therefore, Brahmavid apnoti param. Brahmavid knows Brahman or becomes Brahman. What is that Brahman? Satyam Jnanam Anantam. If one discovers oneself to be Satyam Jnanantam Brahma, so what? What is the benefit? Saha ashnute sarvan kaman saha brahmana vipashchita iti. That person will enjoy all the kamanas at one go. This is what. Now the point is this thing which is heard is so inspiring, though little it is inspiring. Then how to make it inspirational? Only when go into the details of what is meant by it. Like मैं देख के आया हूँ मूवी. अच्छा देख के आए हो कैसे है अच्छा था अच्छा है अच्छा है word gives little information inspiration to the listener. But if that speaker goes on telling right from beginning how the starting itself was there, how the locations, how the actions, dialogue, songs, lyrics of songs, when he goes on telling it, इतना बढ़िया है अभी जाऊंगा मैं. Bhashyakara's job is to detailedly explain what is the meaning of Saha Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipaschita. Each of the word the Bhashyakara takes as his duty to explain in such deep detail that we get inspired only to pursue this. Even after listening, if we are not pursuing only this, means we have not listened completely. There is no choice left to pursue anything else other than Brahma if the next what we are studying today, if it is deeply, thoroughly understood. That conditional. If you have not deeply, thoroughly understood, then we are superficial, so that information never entered, it never become jnanam, therefore it never influences us, therefore we continue again to pursue the world. लेकिन ये बात समझ गया ना तो छोड़ेगा ही नहीं ब्रह्म को. सब कुछ छोड़ेगा लेकिन नॉट ब्रह्म. इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर पोर्शन ऑफ भगवान्स भाष्य is word to word understood. That's why I said today's topic of our Taittiriya is very, very essential. So, one by one, we have what we have seen yesterday, that also we touch, and then we go ahead, and let us not be in a hurry to to run and complete the topic. Okay. So, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman, that was studied very exhaustively. Buddhi is the Guha, the Triputi is the expression of the Buddhi. And the Triputi, when we are valuing the Triputi and Buddhi, in that only the Brahman is hidden or covered. So, when the Triputi is dropped, what we see is that Brahman which is seen by us as Triputi. Like when the Rupa Nama of the pot is dropped, we will see that mud which is seen as pot by us only. There was never a pot. There never will be. What made us take the pot as real and consequently made us forget the mud is only Rupa Nama. Therefore, the Rupa Nama called potness is nihitam, is covering. It is the guha for the mud there. So too the Gnatru Jnana Gneya is the guha, Buddhi guha, which is covering the Brahman, not in a way that there is a Brahman something other than these three. You understood? Let us understand this way. लाइक कोई एक चीज़ है कपड़े से उसको आपने ढक दिया और ढका हुआ अलग है चीज़ कपड़ा अलग है इधर ऐसे नहीं है कपड़ा ही ढका हुआ है कोई दूसरा कोई चीज़ ही नहीं है सो सत्यम दैट ज्ञातृ ज्ञान ज्ञेय त्रिपुटी itself is the cover and when it is dropped what we discover is Brahman. That is what called as Yoveda Nitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Now the next one is Saha Ashnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipassita. This one line is very, very crucial. As many times as possible, we should study together independently also till the entire Sara Grahana happens. If this happens, then the vagueness of the Antakarana as to why I should pursue spirituality goes away. Thereafter, only a little of managing the world remains till some obligations cleared, if at all they are there. If one is lucky enough that all of them are cleared, then he has no other option left than pursuing Brahma because of its glory. And that glory is revealed now when you study. So the question asked, Saha evam Brahma vijanan kim? If that sadhaka in this process discovers the Brahma Tattva, kim? So what? What is the prayojanam? Kim prayojanam? The answer is given iti aha. This is what is said by our Shruti Mata. So that Triputi dropped. Then we experienced the Brahman which was supporting all these Triputis. So then what is the prayojanam? In fact, for an intelligent student, even this explanation is not required. Only by that process of understanding that when all the Triputis are dropped and pure Brahman is discovered, what happiness comes, it is intuitively can be caught. Even Shrutimata did not talk about it, nor Bhashyakara need to tell. But if those who don't have that subtle intuitive power, to them the explanation is required. Like in classes also, when the teacher is trying to tell the formula, halfway, child understands, one or two, very rare. उसको कुछ intuitive दिमाग होता है, उसको पता है क्या consequence निकलने वाला है. For other students, teacher has to explain. So here also, if you don't have that, never mind, we are told. So, saha evam brahma vijanan kim. In this way, if that sadhaka or you and I discover Brahman, so what? One by one word. First, ashnute. What is ashnute? Bhunkte. Bhunkte means no doubt. He enjoys, so he experiences. So. Let us be very clear about every word. Why should there be vagueness? Ashnute means bhunkte. He enjoys, he experiences. What? Sarvan. He enjoys, experiences Ashnute. Sarvan means what? Niravashishtan. Without leaving behind even one. Yesterday we talked about it. We are going so slow because every word has its own completeness. First word is Ashnute means bhunkte, experiences. He enjoys. Sahana bhunaktu, enjoys. Means he is experiencing the joy. Joy is no more theory. He is experiencing. Experience is not of misery but of joy. That is the meaning of Ashnute, bhunkte. Joy is no theory. Like, when I go there, I'll be happy. It is a theoretical joy. It is an experience. And we have so many other experiences also of misery and frustration. So the experience hoga, Ashnute, bhunkte, वो joy का होगा. And the joy is not a theory, it is experienced. And experience is not of misery, it is of joy. It's called as Ashnute Bhunte. Okay. Sarvan is the next word. Sarvan means niravashishta. Be clear about it. Without leaving even one. एक भी नहीं छोड़ा गया. Is it not? When the dish is made nicely, at home or wherever you go, and it is offered, कोई नमकीन है मानो कुछ भी, निरवशिष्टान सर्वान भुंगते. इफ इट इज टेस्टी पूरा हम चाट चाट कर टुकड़ा भी है उसको भी खाते. अच्छा नहीं लगा तो थोड़ा टेस्ट करके आई मैं उपवास कर रहा हूँ भूल गया. है ना. वी यूज्ड टू प्ले इन चाइल्डहुड. कोई भी कुछ ऐसा चीज घर में बनता है, वी डोंट लाइक इट, माँ टुडे आई एम ऑन फास्टिंग. देन देन शी ब्रिंग्स अनदर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग डिश. अरे आज क्यों फास्टिंग? टुडे एनीवे वी हैव टू डू फास्टिंग, टू फ्रॉम टुमारो वी विल डू, टुडे वी विल ईट. बिकॉज वी लव इट. So here Sarvan means Niravashishta. The specificity of Bhagwan's Bhashya is important. Sarvan is a beautiful word and that can be understood as negatively. What is Niravashishta? What is Niravashishta? Not even one is left. सारों का आप एंजॉय करोगे. सो भूंगते अश्नुते मीन्स भूंगते, सर्वान मीन्स निर्वाशिष्टान. एक भी नहीं छोटा जाएगा. Like in our life, any day when we are asked, say, did you enjoy your life? We definitely say yes. But when we say, ask a question, did you enjoy everything fully? Nobody can say that everything fully enjoy. Everybody will have some or the other thing lacking, is it not? He said, I enjoyed, but I didn't go to temples. Or I went to temples, but this I missed. Or I enjoyed traveling all over a country, but I didn't go to the foreign countries. I went to Europe, but I didn't go to Middle East. There is no Niravashishtan there. Is it not? I enjoyed so much, but I never did the mountaineering. Mountaineering I have enjoyed, but I didn't go into the waters through that submarine or anything to see that aqua there. कुछ तो रह जाता है. Is it not? India I have seen, but in India northeast I didn't go. देखो प्लेस के जगह दृष्टि से और कोई वस्तु विशेष के दृष्टि से सर्वान इज नेवर देयर, सम और द अदर इज मिसिंग. Is it not? Everyone has got. I had wonderful parents who took care of me, but unfortunately, I don't have brothers or sisters, or I don't have children. I have children, only two sons, but there's no daughter. निरवशिष्टान किसी एक बंदे को हो ही नहीं सकता in the world. Some of them say, no, when we were very child, only our parents died. We never had the joy of being taken care of by them. Some people say, we had good parents, wonderful brothers, sisters, children, but we never have seen our nana, nani or dada, dadi. होता है कि नहीं incompleteness? I'm just telling you examples only to give a time for us to understand कि in the experience of Brahma, when the word Sarvan is used, it is Niravashishtan, means nothing is left. मतलब ये नहीं किया भोग, वो नहीं किया भोग, ऐसा रहेगा ही नहीं. For that I give you variety of examples. Moving into different countries or going into the space or water or eating this food or that food, having this relation or that relation. I enjoyed health, but I was always non-energetic. I was having energy, but then हर हफ्ते में कोई ना कोई बीमारी होती मेरे को. See, when you are in office, I enjoyed the work in the office, but the colleagues were not good. Colleagues were good, but boss is not good. Boss and colleague good, but the place of the company is not good. It is very distant or polluted or traffic jam. अरे कोई भी किसी को कंप्लीट होता ही नहीं. I flew in that very comfortable flight, but it was less in its AC, or the air hostess were not good, or the takeoff or landing was very turbulent, it gave frightening experience, or the neighbor was such a heavy fellow, was snoring away so much. अब देखो कौन सा है कामना हमको पूरा अनुभव में आया? Even food, great tasty food, but then quantity was not sufficient. If you understand so many examples, then therefore sarvan means niravashishtan, without leaving even one. So saha bhungte, soshnute means bhungte, sarvan means niravashishtan. Okay, दो पद समझ दिया. Third one, kaman. What is kaman? Bhogan iti artha. Without any hesitation, common word used by Shruti Mata, commentary Bhashyakara used the word bhogan. Generally, in Vedanta, we are supposed to give up kama and bhog. That is what ना. बट यहाँ आपको सारे कामनाएं सारे भोग मिल जाते बता रहे. Very tempting, no? And now be conscious about it. It will come in the next line only again, but we'll say it's what? Like, if you earn 1 crore rupees, in that 1 crore rupee earning, whatever 1 crore worthy things are there, all of them are achieved. The travels, the eatings, the picnics, the everything ना 1 करोड़ कीमत में जो जो होता है उससे सब आ जाता है. You can be an astronaut also. This is going to come in few years. You can go into the space with money lot of spent. It is there already. People have booked 4 crores, 5 crores to be in the space for 10 days. In the same way, be attentive. 1 करोड़ रुपए कमा ली, just like that, इतने फायदाएं हैं. Same way, one Brahman is achieved, all of them are achieved. This is the crux. How is it? We have not yet elaborated. Everything will be explained without leaving behind even one doubt. One by one we will see. But final proof is only when you experience. Because experience का replace नहीं होता and experience किसी कोई convey नहीं कर पाते हैं. बट ये ऋषि एंड शंकर भगवान भरपूर कोशिश कर रहे हैं ऐसा वाला अद्भुत एक्सपीरियंस को शब्दों में बताने का. वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो सह दैट पर्सन अश्नुते भुंगते सर्वान निरवशिष्टान कामान मीन्स भोगान. देखो हाउ वन वन बाय वर्ड व्हेन यू पॉज एंड अंडरस्टैंड द स्पष्टता कम्स. So he will enjoy all the kamana. Then immediately we ask a question. So what? What is great in it? We are also enjoying the things. आज ये किया, कल वो कर रहे हैं, परसों वो है. We are also enjoying all that. No, 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 no. There is difference between these your enjoyments and the enjoyment of the bhogan, kaman, sarvan in Brahma. And not one difference. There are 10 differences, even more than that, which each of them make the Brahma Anubhuti surpassingly greater than the your Anubhavas. One by one now listed out. So the samsari is also having the bhoga, the Brahmagnani also having the bhoga. Why the Brahmagnani's bhoga of the Kaman is greater? One by one. It's I tell you, I believe this sloka should be explained for 10 days minimum. वर्ड बाय वर्ड खींच कर हमें पूरा उसमें डीपली डिटेल जाए ना तो फिर लाइफ लॉन्ग के लिए हमको द रिक्वायर्ड इंस्पिरेशनल मटेरियल भी अवेलेबल. इट्स ओनली वी हैव टू रिफर इट बैक व्हेनेवर यू लूज द इंस्पिरेशन टू डू साधना. बस. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट. यहाँ तक समझ गए ना. सह अश्नुते सर्वान कामान. सह मीन दैट साधक हु डिस्कवर्ड यथोक्तम ब्रह्म. Ashrute means bhukte, sarvan means nevrashishtan, kaman means bhoga. This is heard by the disciple. Now the question, kim asmadadivat, are his bhogas of the Brahmagnani are like our bhoga? And what are our bhogas? No, it's a very detailed thing. I tell you, Bhashyakara's beauty of the Bhashyam. We should have the tuning and heart to understand him. He also elaborate things sometimes puts in the Sutra Rupa. Imagining that we are following his Upanishads from long time, so we have the ability to tune to him and understand what he's trying to say. Okay, what are the our bhogas which we go through? Then the question is the bhoga of the Brahmagnani is like our bhoga? We have not got the Brahmagnanam? who are through the karma and upasana getting this world or the other world bhoga, उनका ऐसा होता है क्या? वही एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं. जवाब तो होगा ना ही. हाउ? वन बाय वन. व्हाट इज द अस्मदादि भोगा? पुत्र स्वर्ग आदीन. So the two examples are given and the Adi is added by Shankara Bhagavan. You have to understand. So the bhoga of you and I are what? In this world, Putra Bhoga. Putra Bhoga includes you grow, you settle in your job, you earn the money, then somebody will give his daughter to you, you marry, then you get the child. And that Putra Bhoga is how long, till the death. And in all samsara, people are happy only because the children, subsequently the grandchildren, and their love, their service, their hospitality. सबको यही तो पड़ा है ना. आप दिन भर क्या सोचते हो other than your children, grandchildren, and you give them love, they give love, they kick you and you don't kick them. Putra means the whole life is putra only. Is there any time the putra is forgotten? Putra includes the wife who gave the putra. Putra includes all the things required for the putra. आदि मतलब सब ऐड करना है. Even though you forget your child or wife or home when you are working in the office, but background में you are working only for the salary and salary for them only. Inevitably, everybody thinks. By the time the child is 3 years, already they think, I'll develop my companies or factories or in such a way that I'll hand over them to my children. तब से शुरू होता है. And they do it. And they see that children fully get established in it. Until the last moment वही होता है. You know that the story of that man almost about to die. Then if somebody dies in Kashi, he gets mukti. So he was taken to Kashi. You know, then he did not die there. Then no, what happened? Everybody came to him, all his 4 sons. So he asked, where is bada number 1? दो इधर, दूसरा किधर है? इधर, तीसरा किधर बहुत है. Then अबे गधे चारों इधर है तो फिर कंपनी कौन देख रहा है? ऐसे बोल के he died. Till the death he is concerned only about the children, and for them that the money and all the things. Putra Adin. And then by mistake, in spite of his your child, if he has grown, he is really earning money or established somewhere, then my beta collector hai, my beta doctor hai, mera wala. Out of modesty, you may not say outside, but inside you feel the joy, unless you are spiritual and detached. A detached person in Vedanta is Bhagwan ka den hai, nothing to do, it's all jiva. Only spiritual people say so. But non-spiritual लोगों को तो खुशी होती है, दुख भी होता है if the child is not growing, if is not getting, then not got the right partner, the wife or the children are not good. इनको यही जिंदगी भर दुखी हो इसी का होता है और उन्हीं में सुख ढूंढता ही रहता है. That is why it's called पुत्र सुख अस्मदादिवत. Is it not? Putra includes the wife, putra includes children, putra grandchildren. Putra includes all the parvarish of the putra. Putra includes he is established. And more than that, all key, 2 things. When I am old, he will take care of me. And when I die, he will do pinda pradhan for me. यहाँ तक पुत्र व्यामोह होता है. That's called putra yeshana. So we have this one experience as long as we are alive. When we leave the body, when we die, go further, what will be our desire? What we want to enjoy? For that, what we do in the world? That all posthumous is called as Swarga Adin. In that Swarga also, every type of Sukha Bhoga we want. And somehow we studied Shastra. There we are told, lot of Punya if it is done here, we will be given the Swarga Bhoga. It is true also. Nowadays, the children and all of them, they are not exposed to this punyadi. Therefore, they are only doing papa. They are not even knowing that through papa they go to naraka. Unless you teach them through the example of this own world, that the punya phala, sukha and swarga, papa phala, dukkha and naraka, they won't give up papa, they don't take up punya. One of the biggest thing missing in today's education system is they are never taught about the sukha dukkha or the effects of doing good or bad actions. उनके माइंड में नहीं है वो ख्याल. Therefore, for the immediate gains, any rakshasa thing they are doing. They are not told you will be punished so much for that terrible dukkha you are going to go through. For the small little sukha, are you going for that? Are you common sense नहीं है तेरे को? ये कोई बता ही नहीं रहा उसको. पाप भीति नहीं हो रहा है, इसलिए पाप बढ़ी जा रहा है. You understand? So therefore, in this loka, putradi sukha, beyond is swargadi sukha, or the sukha according to us the definitions. For that all the punya we do. So the question is what? Is that sukha of Dharmagnani of the Vishya Bhogas like ours? Like our means here putra and hereafter swarga? Is like that? Two questions asked by Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi means खुद ही पूछ रहे हैं, खुद ही जवाब दें. Third is it that paryayena? Paryayana means what? One after the other. Is it not? You cannot have the putra sukha here at the same time as swarga sukha. You may say, my child is so loving, he gives such a happiness of all comforts and love that I feel like I'm in swarga. It's only feeling only, but real स्वर्ग नहीं है वो. कोई पुत्र बच्चे बड़े होते पापा को स्वर्गवासी बना ही देते हैं out of frustration. Is it not? देखो, here paryayana. Paryayana means not simultaneously, one after the other. Now, the moment that paryayana is said, not simultaneously, one after the other, immediately all these things should come to us. That to get that sukha, we have to work. To work, you have to know so many things, you have to prepare so many things. Is it not? And even after working, turant nahi milta wo, you have to wait for the result. And the result also not as you expected. Result won't come as you expect. Like I wrote a good exam, but I expected 95. According to expectation नहीं होता result. According to performance होता है. You understand, in Manava Loka, in our Bhoga Sukha, although we just superficially say कि पुण्य करो सुख मिलता, but it has so many ifs and buts and conditions apply. This is paryayana. Is it not? For having that sukha of the child, first you have to study, grow, get job, earn money, get a good woman or girl as a wife. Thereafter, oh, बाद में. When the child himself is grows, और टेढ़ा मेढ़ा पैदा हो गया तो जिंदगी भर दुख है वो, है ना. स्कूल कॉलेज में फेल हो रहा है और दुख है. इट डज सम नॉनसेंस, अगेन दुख. देखो कितना मेहनत करना पड़ रहा है for getting the happiness from the child. You have to know it, because then only we will be told that ये सब खचरा गंदगी नहीं होगा उस ब्रह्म ज्ञान में. Without all these disturbances is the ananda, but that is the glory of it. Therefore now you decide you want to go for it or that. That is the way here the Upanishad is guiding. So beautiful it is. So now three understood. Putra sukha, swarga sukha, adi means all other things. Then paryayana. Paryayana. One after the other. Is it not? We can't have all together, no? You can't have swarga sukha, you can't have the bhuloka sukha. In the bhuloka also, all you can't have office sukha, then the children sukha, then the friends sukha. Paryayana hota hai wo. Ye kya dekh? In the office you have that. Then to have the family house sukha, you have to give up that and come here. वो ऑफिस को घर के में लाओगे तो नहीं चलता हो, and यहाँ का छोड़ना ही पड़ता है और कहीं जाने को. Are you understanding the limitations here? In that, actually what is conveyed here is sukha ke tapatreta mein you are running only and you are getting only little pleasures, and with so many conditions, clauses, ifs and buts. Everywhere. Like I flew in the flight so wonderfully, I reached in 4 hours. ऐसा कहने को होता है, लेकिन पीछे कितना दुख है. तो इतना कॉस्टली हो गया आजकल फ्लाइट का फेयर, एंड सो मच ट्रैफिक टू रीच टू एयरपोर्ट, एंड देन देयर आल्सो सच अ बिग लाइन इन दैट what do you call it, boarding pass taking. And 1 2 hours I had to wait, and then the flight got delayed because fog and all. Then again they announced that it has to be in the different gate. Then I had to go to the third floor. They waited there. लगता है बोलने में, but you went through all झमेला. Then somehow you entered the flight again. The Pados is so fellow, different one. And then there were turbulences in between. कभी तो इतना डर भी लगा. जब वो लैंड हो गया, धड़ाक से लगा कि टेरी टायरी. When details are asked, we tell all that. Those superficially say, I just flew in 4 hours. किधर है वहाँ सुख शांति ही नहीं, दुख ही है वहाँ. एंड सबसे बड़ा टेंशन फ्लाइट में, यू आर हंग्री एंड यू वांट अ फूड एंड इट इज सो कॉस्टली. नीचे से ऊपर लाने को, नीचे 20 रुपए का चीज वहां 200 रुपए, 10 गुना होता है. खरीदे तो महंगा है, नहीं खरीदे तो भूखा है. एंड लोग ठीक है करके यू पे मनी एंड गेट इट, एंड इट इज नॉट ऑफ योर ओन टेस्ट. द ब्रेड एंड टिश्यू पेपर, दे लुक सेम फॉर योर टेस्ट. We have never analyzed it. Only then the contrast picture ki, without all these limitations, is the joy of Brahma Sukha. That is why its greatness. थोड़ा ही हमने देखा, only 10% we discussed, 90 more is there. We go slowly. So, kim asmadadivat putra swargadin paryayena? Is that the Sukha Brahmajnani is like ours of the having children, etc., and Swarga, etc., and that also paryayena, one after the other? Here also one after the other, and only after death you get Swarga Sukha. And that also up to reaching to the Swarga only, like when you book a 5-star hotel. Up to reaching only, in imagination you are happy. After going there, वो कौन से फ्लोर में पता नहीं, वो विंडो कहाँ फेस कर रहे पता नहीं है. कभी हमारा किस्मत बिगड़ा है ना, इन द रूम विच वी आर गिवन ओनली ऑल प्रॉब्लम्स आर देयर. गर्म पानी नहीं आता, यू अंडरस्टैंड, चूहे घूमते. We are only managing our life. Otherwise, there's no sukha at all in the world, even a moment. We are habituated to take the dukkha as sukha. आदत हो गया. For us, less dukkha is sukha. Less dukkha is sukha for us. That's it. At such a lowest level, we are habituated. Whereas Brahma Jnana is something different, Brahma Sukha. Okay, now the answer is na iti aha, not so. Then what are the answers? One by one. First, not paryayena. Means not enjoying the Vishyas or Bhogas one after the other, which a samsari does. Then how for him? Saha. Saha is the word of the Upanishad. You know? So, Shruthe Sarvan Kaman. Now Saha is explained. What is Saha? Yugapadu. You know, Krama Mukti, Yogapad Mukti. We have studied now. Yogapad means simultaneously. Okay. Simultaneously. Therefore, immediately you can understand that simultaneously means that is the sukha, not the objects. Objects cannot be simultaneous. One after the other one. Is it not? अब दाल का चावल खाओगे, फिर सब्जी का रोटी खाओगे, फिर दही चावल, एक के बाद एक है ना. अब सुख सह है कर मतलब क्या हुआ फिर? Therefore it is not Vishayas. In fact, you know, the Vishayas, on the name of giving Sukha, only they make us push from one to the other. We are never able to understand it. So, Saha means Yugapat. Consciously catch karna is baat ko. What do you mean by Yugapat? Yugapat word is such a one. You want explanation? Chalo. Nearest explanation I will give you. What is that? Eka kshana upa arudha. अब देखो इतना बड़ा पॉइंट है ये. Even to catch this point, we have to be very subtle. मीन्स व्हाट? एक ही क्षण में सारे आपको भोग मिल जाएंगे, उतना आनंद. युगपद. अब इससे बढ़कर मैं नहीं बता सकता, यू समझो. दिस इज व्हाट फॉर दिस वी गिव द एग्जांपल यस्टरडे. यू नो व्हाट इज दैट? ऑल द जीवास ऑफ द एंटायर यूनिवर्स, of all the past and present and future, with all their upadhis, if all the things they enjoy at one time, if you can imagine that, what is the sukha or happiness? That is the meaning of ekakshana uparuda of the Brahmajnani. Why is it so? How is it so? हम देख रहे हैं, कोई भी मिस नहीं होगा पॉइंट. आई एम तो गोइंग स्लो. whether you feel heavy or bored, whatever, मेरे को तो ये बात ठीक से समझना है, समझाना भी है. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, day after. These 4 days classes will be so clear regarding this explanation of Bhagavan Shankara that throughout life you can refer this for your own reference whenever you want for having clarity, conviction, inspiration. Saha means Yogapat means Ekakshana Uparudhan. Saha means Yugapat. Yugapat means Ekakshana Uparudhan. Means what? At one moment only, Eva. Now देखो पर्यायेण बताया. And every sukha comes to us with different things. Like the sukha of the taste cannot come from the eyes. That's why with the anka, when you see a wonderful dish, you may be tempted it by looking with the temperament, looking with the eye. When you go to the bakeries, the colorful things are so catchy to the eye. But eye cannot give you the taste, no? Looking at with the eye, with whatever little meaning you have, you order for something which is looking good to, and you buy it and you eat, then you understand कि इससे गंदा चीज कोई दूसरे हो ही नहीं सकता दुनिया में, because the taste cannot be given by the eye, is it not? So to ears, you heard about through the ear कि that place is so scenic beauty, excellent it is. सर्दियों में वहां जाओ, कितना बढ़िया सूरज का उगना या धुंध लगना या हल्का सा ये बूंद बूंद पानी होना, ये जो नदी के किनारे इतना बढ़िया. It is said with the ears. You heard it, but that won't give you happiness. Only when you go physically and look with your eyes, then okay, what you described is more beautiful than that. ये ब्रह्मक्ष अनुभव ऐसा नहीं होता है कि नहीं. You get a tasty food, then the tongue that happiness came. That's what you say, no? When you go to a hill station, all some like सब बढ़िया लेकिन खाना ठीक नहीं था, या खाना ठीक था लेकिन गरम होटल ठीक नहीं था, या चाय ठीक नहीं था. कुछ तो कुछ आपको ना, एनी ऑफ द सेंस ऑर्गन्स विल नॉट गेट सेटिस्फाइड. इवन इफ सब कुछ मिल गया तो क्वांटिटी इज नॉट सफिशिएंट. सब ठीक है लेकिन फिर ओनली 3 ही दिन हम रह पाए, और 2 दिन रहता तो और मजा आता. यार ह्यूमन माइंड ना, वो हमेशा वो उसको असंतृप्ति ही होती रहती. एंड इट्स ट्रू ऑल्सो. 3 days you stayed, if 2 days you would have enjoyed. एंड दैट्स तृप्ति तो कभी होता ही नहीं विषय में, बिकॉज और 2 दिन होता और 2 दिन मन लगता है. And Maya is what? As you go on seeing more days, the value gets diminished. Diminishing value. For everything. Even Upanishads you listen every day, you have diminishing value. That's why people don't come. Irregular. Any valuable thing appears to be diminishing when you frequently visit. By the way. So, wonderful thing देखो यहाँ कि एकया उपलब्ध्या. एकया उपलब्ध्या means what? As I told you the example, no? बताया ना बाद में आगे करके, 1 करोड़ रुपए मिल गया तो उसमें 1 करोड़ से मिलने वाले सारे भोग आपको सुख मिल जाते, बट 2 करोड़ के नहीं होते. अंडरस्टूड, नो? एंड विद 1 करोड़ रुपया यू कैन गेट आउटर ऑब्जेक्ट्स, नॉट इनर पीस और इनर हैप्पीनेस. इट इज डिफरेंट. I'm just giving the example and explanation. Then the point given here, what? एकया उपलब्धिया means what? एक ही चीज का आपको उपलब्धि हुआ, called as Brahman. No need of the second thing only. With that only, युगपदेव एक क्षण उपारूढ़ान सह सर्वान कामान विषयान भुंक्ते अश्नुते प्राप्नोति. मतलब सिर्फ एक ही ब्रह्म वस्तु को पाने से एक ही समय क्षण में सारे विषयों का भोग करने से क्या भोग या आनंद मिलता है, वो मिलता है. हाउ इज इट सो, व्हाई इज इट सो, द डिस्कशन विल कम, बट मेन पॉइंट यू अंडरस्टैंड. लाइक इन योगा आल्सो चित्तवृत्ति निरोध आत्म स्वरूप अवस्थानम मोक्षम. देन हाउ वी आर स्टार्टिंग टुडे थ्रू द अभ्यास वैराग्य. सो यहां तक हमने देखा. देन युगपद एक क्षण उपारूढ़ान एव एकया उपलब्ध्या. एग्जाम्पल सवितृ प्रकाशवतु. एग्जाम्पल, देन द एक्सप्लेनेशन विल कम. सवितृ प्रकाशवत, बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल. When the Lord rises in the east, Only one Lord sun is rising, no two, three sun. And as he rising, one go only. He will illuminate everything which is in front of him, not paramparaya, not paryayena. Is it not? एनी वे द सूर्य ऐसा नहीं कहते हैं कि पहले मैं ब्राह्मणों को फिर लाइट करूंगा, देन क्षत्रिय, देन द वैश्य, और भी थोड़ा रोशनी बचा है तो फिर शूद्र को भी मैं रोशनी देता हूँ, ऐसा देखता है क्या सूर्य? या पहले मनुष्य, रूफ एंड क्राउन ऑफ क्रिएशन, आई विल इल्यूमिनेट देम, देन लिटिल लेसर देन इज पशु, देन द पक्षी, देन ठीक है फिर वनस्पति. Do you any time see when the sun rises, his sun rays are in this way partially doing? अच्छा ऐसा करते हैं, पहले हम लिविंग बीइंग्स को करते हैं, फिर पहाड़ों को करेंगे, फिर इसके बाद फिर नदियाँ. डू यू सी एनी ऑफ दैट वे? पर्यायण है क्या? नो. When the sun rises, only one sun rising, everything he illumines simultaneously. Only one sun, simultaneously everything illumined. So, only one Brahma Anubhuti, simultaneously all the Bhoga Sukha gained by all the indulgences through all the sense organs are gained. अब देखो, if we are convinced about it, will we go for anything else other than this? If we are convinced, we have to be convinced. Logic will be explained to us systematically. And this explanation, I tell you, पहले सबसे हमको पढ़ना पढ़ाना है. उसका बंदा स्पिरिचुअल ही बनेगा. He will नफरत ही करेगा of the world. What nonsense it is. Is it not nowadays people bringing vegetables, cutting them, खाना बनाओ. It's all cumbersome. Just online करो, बस पैसे दे दो, आ रहा है. सब आ रहा है. Everybody is going for it. Whether it is right or wrong, बात की सब्जेक्ट, that we are not discussing. इनमें एक ब्रह्म प्राप्ति में सब कुछ प्राप्त है, तो क्यों ना इसको आजमाए, है ना? याद आ रहा है गाना, सर जो जरा चकराए, क्यों ना आजमाए. लेट अस हैव द ब्रह्मन आजमाना. व्हाट इज अबाउट ऑल दैट? अब देखो ना, कॉन्ट्रास्ट में ये युगपत नहीं होगा, पर्यायण होगा, ये तो मेहनत लगेगा, फिर एक एक चीज को पाना पड़ेगा, कोई शाश्वत भी नहीं रहेगा. See, by not knowing the glory of Brahma Prapti, how we deluded fellows running ahead with all the struggles and efforts for the worldly things, which are as certain as coming to us, are equally certain of leaving us and going. As certain as giving us sukha, more certain of giving dukkha. This is called as ajnana. This is called as moha. Not knowing the glory of Brahman is ajnanam. Thinking the world is glorious is moham, delusion. Indulging in that is samsaram. Getting kicks and yet not leaving it is called a vyamoham. Important. Then we will see कि नित्या ब्रह्मस्वरूप अव्यतिरिक्तया याम अवोचाम सत्यम ज्ञानांतम इति एतत्तद उच्यते ब्रह्मणा सहित. This I will explain. Then he will elaborate it. ब्रह्मभूत विद्वान ब्रह्मस्वरूपेण एव सर्वान् कामान् सह श्रुते न यथा उपाधिकृतेन. तो मूल मंत्र he explained exhaustively. And to his own explanation he will give explanation. Beautiful is this portion. Let's see the remaining tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्म भगवान की जय. श्रुति माता की जय. समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य परंपरा की जय. सो आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल, नॉट सजेस्टिंग, कि डोंट मिस नेक्स्ट 2-3 days classes. Try. Even if you miss online, miss online. But listening offline, is not as much as live. Choice is yours. But I am going to go every word detail because we are missing it. I feel personally that the missing of this knowledge is the cause of ourselves not becoming a true seekers of the truth or reality. Still, we are running behind the world. Let's see. Mm.